Storytime friends. I'm Miss Bridget from the South Butler Community Library. I hope you're ready for an exciting story time all about dinosaurs. Let's get started with our hello song. We're going to sing hi, hello, and how are you? 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 How are you today? Now we're going to wave. Wave to me or your family in your house. Wave to your neighbor, say hello. Wave to your neighbor, say hello. Wave to your neighbor, say hello. How are you today? Hi, hello, and how are you? Hi, hello, and how are you? Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you today? I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Let me know who's watching. Say hi to me in the comments. This next song is one of my kids' absolute favorite songs. It's called We Are the Dinosaurs. And I'll need you to help me act out the motions while we sing. Our first part, we're going to be marching. Can you stand up and march around? You can march around your living room or your house or wherever you're watching. Now are you ready to stop and eat some food? We stop and eat our food when we're in the mood. We stop and eat our food on the ground. We stop and eat our food when we're in the mood. We stop and eat our food and then we march around. Ready to march? 'Cause we are the dinosaurs marching, marching. We are the dinosaurs. What do you think of that? We are the dinosaurs marching, marching. We are the dinosaurs. We make the earth flat. We make the earth flat. And now it's time to take a rest. Can you lay down and take a rest? We stop and take a rest over in our nest. We stop and take a rest at the end of the day. We stop and take a rest over in our nest. We stop and take a rest and then you'll hear us say, we are the dinosaurs marching, marching. We are the dinosaurs. What do you think of that? We are the dinosaurs marching, marching. We are the dinosaurs. We make the earth flat. We make the earth flat. And now it's time to roar. Can you give a big dinosaur roar? And then we roar. 'Cause we are the dinosaurs. Roar! All right, stand up and do the motions with me in this one all about dinosaurs. Dinosaurs lived long ago. Some walked, some swam. Can you swim with your arms? Some flew, you know. Can you fly like a Pteranodon? Flap your wings. Some were big. Some were small. Some were gigantic, very tall. Can you reach up, way up on your tiptoes? Let's try it again. Dinosaurs lived long ago. Some walked, some swam, some flew, you know. Some were very big. Some were very small. Some were gigantic, very tall. Reach your arms up like a brachiosaurus. Good job. Our story today is When Dinosaurs Came with Everything, and the author is Elise Broach. She wrote the words, and the illustrator is David Small. He drew the pictures. When Dinosaurs Came with Everything. Do you know the name of that dinosaur right there? It's a Triceratops. Friday is errand day. My mom goes on boring errands and I have to go with her. And this Friday seemed like every other Friday until we got to the bakery. A sign above the donuts read, "Buy a dozen, get a dinosaur." I couldn't believe my eyes. Neither could my mom. "They must mean a toy," she said. But when I took the box of donuts, the lady behind the counter said, "Hold on, little guy, don't forget your dinosaur." And there he was. "Mom!" I yelled. It was a Triceratops. "What?" cried my mom. She did not look happy. "How are we supposed to get that home?" The bakery lady smiled. "Oh, don't worry, he'll follow you. They always do." And he did, all the way to the doctor's office, where I had to go for my checkup. My mom shook her head. "What are we going to do with him now?" She looked him up and down. That took a while. "We can't bring him inside," she said finally. "He'll have to stay in the parking lot." I told him not to talk to strangers. After my checkup, I asked for a sticker like usual. "No stickers today," said the nurse. "Just dinosaurs. With a shot, you get 2. "I want a shot," I said. The nurse smiled. "Not today, buddy, but you can pick up your dinosaur at the front desk." "Mom!" I yelled. There at the front desk was a Stegosaurus. "What on earth is going on?" my mom cried. "It's a special day," the nurse explained. "Today, dinosaurs come with everything." "Yes!" I said. "No," my mom groaned. We walked down the street, and my Triceratops and my Stegosaurus walked right behind us. Thud, thud, thud. They made friends right away. Across the street, the other kids had dinosaurs too. I saw an ankylosaur, a duckbill, and a velociraptor. We all waved at each other. Our mothers glared and kept on walking. "I think we'd better go home right now," my mom said. "But what about my haircut? My barber's waiting for me." My mom looked at the dinosaurs. Then she looked at my bangs. "The barber always gives you a balloon, doesn't he? A nice balloon?" "Uh-huh," I said. I didn't want a balloon. I wanted a barosaur. At the barber shop, I gave my Triceratops and my Stegosaurus donuts for a snack. They waited outside and watched through the glass. The barber pumped the chair up high. He cut my hair too short, but I didn't mind, because then he patted my head and said, "Wait right here, sport." He was gone for a long time. My mom tapped her foot. "I don't like this," she said. "Where exactly do they keep the balloons?" Just then the barber came back with something flying over his head. It wasn't a balloon. "Mom!" I yelled. It was a pterosaur. "This is too much," my mom protested. "Now listen," she said to the barber. "I think a balloon will do just fine today. Don't you have any balloons?" "Sorry, lady, no balloons. You get one of these instead." It was like that everywhere we went. At the shoe store, the sign read, "Buy 2 pair, get dinosaur free." My mom decided my shoes would last a little while longer. At the theater, we could hear the popcorn man shouting, "Butter? No butter? You want a dinosaur with that?" My mom said, "We go to the movies another day." At the diner, I wanted to stop for a hamburger. But then a girl walked out with a Tyrannosaurus Rex. "Okay, Okay, that's it, my mom cried. We are definitely not having lunch there. She looked at my Triceratops, my Stegosaurus, and my Pterosaur. What are we supposed to do with all these dinosaurs? We don't have room for them. We can't take care of them. I hugged her leg. Don't worry, Mom. They can live in the backyard. My mom shook her head. Sweetheart, they're not toys. Dinosaurs are a lot of work. But Mom, look, they eat anything and they sleep outside. I'll do everything, I promise. Please, Mom, please. My mom sighed. Well, I suppose we can't just leave them here. Thank heavens we didn't stop at the diner. We hurried home and my dinosaurs hurried after us. Thud, 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 flap, flap, flap. When we were almost there, we saw a little duck-billed dinosaur standing alone on the street corner. He looked lost. Mom, that's a baby hadrosaur. He's all by himself. Sweetie, we've already got our hands full. The hadrosaur followed us. It wasn't my fault. When we got home, my mom needed to lie down, so I made lunch for the dinosaurs. Then I showed them where to go to the bathroom. I told them to stay out of the neighbor's yard because of his mean dog. And I showed them my slide, my tire swing, and all the toys in the garage. They seemed to be having fun, but they really went wild when I took out my frisbee. The hadrosaur had the first throw. The frisbee landed on the roof. I saw my mom watching from the window. Is everything all right out there? She asked. Everything's fine, Mom. We can get it down. And my pterosaur flew up and plucked the frisbee out of the gutter. My mom kept watching. She looked at him for a long time. The next thing I knew, she had him cleaning the gutters. Then she came out to the backyard with a pile of wet clothes. These spikes come in handy, don't they? She said. Pretty soon, my mom had thought of chores for all of my dinosaurs. Look, he's eating the grass so they don't have to mow the grass. And raking the leaves. But I knew they didn't mind. It just meant they were part of the family. When we were finished helping, my mom said I could invite some friends over. It was a bring your own dinosaur party. And guess what happened next? I heard my mom on the phone to the bakery. She asked, "Do you have any donuts left?" And that's when I knew everything would be just fine. The end. Does that sound like a fun day to you? Would you like to have a dinosaur for a pet? What kind of dinosaur would you want if you could have one for a pet? Next, we are going to do Twinkle, Twinkle Dinosaur. So stand up for this one and you can do the motions with me. We're going to do Twinkle, Twinkle first. Ready? Twinkle, twinkle, dinosaur, letting out a great big roar. When you eat, you chomp, chomp, chomp. When you walk, you stomp, stomp, stomp. Twinkle, twinkle, dinosaur, letting out a great big roar. All right, next we're going to do it for an even bigger dinosaur, like a great big T-Rex. So your roar needs to be really loud this time. Ready? Twinkle, twinkle, dinosaur, letting out a great big roar. When you eat, you chomp, chomp, chomp. When you walk, you stomp, stomp, stomp. Twinkle, twinkle, dinosaur, letting out a great big roar. Did you roar really loud that time? This time we're going to do it for a little dinosaur like a Compsognathus. So we're going to sing it quietly and we're going to do small chomps and small stomps and a small roar, okay? Twinkle, twinkle, dinosaur, letting out a tiny roar. When you eat, you chomp, chomp, chomp. When you walk, you stomp, stomp, stomp.
Today we are going to be making a flying pteranodon. The materials you'll need are green paper and 2 small strips of green paper, a black marker, scissors, and tape or glue. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is fold the bottom corner all the way to the top so that the edges meet. Then we are going to cut off the strip of paper on the side. Unfold the square, and then we are going to cut it in the middle to make 2 triangles. Next, we will take one of the triangles and fold it in half. Then we will take our other triangle, fold it in half, and cut it in the middle to make 2 smaller triangles. Let's add some details to show that these are the wings. Let's take our big triangle and glue the wings on. Then we will fold the triangle in half and make sure the wings line up. Next, we're going to take our strip of paper left over from the square that we cut off, and we're going to fold a small triangle at the end and cut that off. Take that small triangle and glue it on to the pteranodon's body because that's going to be the head. Now we can add some details. I'm going to add eyes and a mouth to both sides of the pteranodon's head. The 2 thin strips are going to be our pteranodon's legs. I'm going to add some details for his feet. Next, we're going to fold the top down of each leg and put some glue on the top and glue them to the wings. If you pull down on both legs at the same time, you can make him fly. Here's our finished pteranodon. If you make one of these, could you show me a picture in the comments? I'd love to see.
All right, let's do zoom, zoom, zoom. Get your hands ready when we do zoom, zoom, zoom. Rub your hands together. And when we climb aboard the rocket ship, use your fingers to climb up. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard our rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Let's try it again. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to I hope you enjoyed our story time today about dinosaurs. Let's do our goodbye song. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. We had fun at story time. It's time to say goodbye. I'll see you next week. I'll see you all next week. I'll see you all next week. We had fun at story time. I'll see you all next week. I'll see you next week, everyone, for our story time on manners. If you love dinosaurs, why don't you leave me what your favorite dinosaur is in the comments, and I'll share mine in the comments too. See you next week, everyone. Bye!